So when you multiply a decimal by another decimal, the key rule that you have to pay attention to is that the number of decimal places in the question is exactly the same as the number of decimal places in the answer. So for example, this very first question has got one, two, three decimal places in the question. That means the answer must have three decimal places, three numbers after the decimal point. So then we always multiply without the decimal. Never, ever multiply with a decimal. If you start to do this using column method, you will get it wrong. So don't do that. Okay, I want you to just multiply without the decimal. So 4 times 3 is 12. And then understand that we wanted three decimal places. So the final answer is going to be 0.012, because then we've got our three numbers after the decimal. So there we go. There's your answer for that one. The next question's a little bit harder. So again, we're going to have a little look at the question, have a look at how many decimal places. In this case, again, we've got three decimal places in the question. So we need three decimal places in the answer. Okay, so already I'm halfway through the question. We just now need to do 82 times 3. Remember, never, ever, ever use column multiplication with decimals. Okay, you'll lose marks. Okay, so we're just doing 82 times 3. Okay, so I'm just going to, oh no, I'm not going to change my color actually. I don't need to do that. Okay, so 82 times 3. So 3 times 2 is 6. And then 3 times 8 is 24. Okay, so I'm going to just pop the 24 there. Okay, so the 82 times 3 is 246. Therefore, 0.82 times 0.3 has the digits 2, 4, and 6, but we want three decimal places, so it's just going to be 0.246. If, for example, I wanted it to be two decimal places, I would write the answer as 0. No, I wouldn't. I would write the answer to two decimal places as 2.46. If I wanted it as one decimal place, I would write the answer as 24.6. If I wanted four decimal places, I would write 0.0246. So basically, you have to look at how many decimal places you want based on how many decimal places in the question, and then pop the digits in your answer to that many decimal places. So I'm just going to cross this out so you don't get confused, but that was just in a scenario of you wanting a different number of decimal places. So final answer there is 0.246. I think it's time for you to have a little practice now. Okay, so let's pop some questions on the screen. So there we go. Have a go at those. Pause the video. And also, if you want a few extras, maybe with a little bit more challenge, there's some questions there for you. Have a pause. I'm about to show you the answers. Here we go. So there's your answers there. That was your little masterclass in multiplying with decimals.